Hey, you guys, welcome back to Naughty Love Movement. It's your girl, Nikki, and today I'm bringing opportunities for advertisement on my channel. If anyone is interested, they can email us at naughtylove2020@gmail.com. Our prices are affordable and reasonable, and please reach out to us. We can start our videos with any commercials that you would like us to advertise. Good morning, Naughty Crew. Welcome. Let's do a sound check because StreamYard is acting weird. Like it's playing everything double. So I apologize for my intro. I think there's some technical difficulties going on. Please let me know if you can hear me okay. Do I sound singular? There's a delay. Hello. Does that sound better? There's some technical difficulties going on with StreamYard, you guys. I'm so sorry. Can you hear me? Like the signal must be messed up or something because everything's playing double. So I apologize for that intro. Good morning. Good morning. Hello. I think I'm gonna have to create a new stream, you guys. Something is going on with StreamYard. Everything I'm saying is delayed. Hello. Can you guys hear me in real time right now? I think I figured out what the problem. It seems to be okay. Lord have mercy. What a way to start a stream. Talk about struggle stream. Can y'all hear me okay? Okay. All right. Let's get started. Happy Sunday to you all. Thank you so much for your patience. Things happen. It is 2026, child. We got so much going on. Um, First things first, I want to give a big shout out to Nylah Says. Um, she did an interview with the young lady that Claressa Sheilds threw out of her toy drive. Remember, we discussed it, and she threw the kids out too. And so a lot of people were upset about this. Like, even I said, like, she could have gave the toys to the kids. What do the kids have to do with anything? Well, Nylah Says got the interview with the woman that was thrown out, and we're going to get her side of the story, Naughty Crew, because you already know I like to get all sides. We got Claressa's side or whatever. But first, I want to get into some background about the young lady that she threw out of the toy drive. Her name is Ari. Very beautiful woman, very beautiful spirit. Um, just from what I could tell, I don't know her directly or whatever, and people have many, many different sides or whatever. Some people know how to conduct themselves properly and other people don't. But I highly doubt it because of her position she has in the community. Okay. So Ari's son is the face of the Flint, Michigan water crisis. Her son was on the cover of Time magazine. Okay. And she continues to this day to do activism work. So shout out to her. And I really, really want to be a part of getting her story out there, so that she is protected because of the situation with Claressa recently. She's been facing a lot of backlash. Her children are suffering a lot of repercussions from this. And it's ultimately is sad because I really, really feel in my heart of hearts that Claressa took a really positive situation and try to turn it into a moment for herself, a viral moment for herself. And she tried to make it viral based off of negativity. So that's the part I don't respect. But guys, please like the video as you're loading up in the room. Share this live out, hype up the video. And of course, donations are definitely appreciated. Please go over to Nylah Says and subscribe to her channel if you want to see the full interview without my commentary in between. But it was a really, really good interview. Nylah is a great content creator. Have a lot of respect for her. And I was introduced to Nylah during the last wave of the Chelsea versus Tasha K beef. Um, excuse me, and I think she's like very, very, very fair, and she tries to be on the right side of right, and she don't mind calling BS out. Okay, so please like the video, share this live out. I put her link at the top of the chat, Nylah, so that it'll make it easier for you guys to go over and subscribe. So with the holiday season, Naughty Crew, a lot of celebrities, they love to do like toy drives and turkey giveaways, and they usually go back to their native town. I mean, this has been a tradition forever and a day, okay? Because I know they do it a lot in New York, especially in Harlem. um they had a turkey giveaway. All right, so here is footage, and shout out to what's this, ABC News. Everything we discuss here today will fall under the Fair Use Act. Okay, we are reviewing the information for educational purposes and to give our opinion on the situation. This platform does not condone bullying or harassment or anything like that. Okay. All opinions are definitely welcome. I just ask that you be respectful in the chat and respect YouTube guidelines, okay? So let me give you a little background because, I like to give the full perspective of the situation so that we're fair when we come up with our opinions, okay? So here is the toy drive that Claressa set up for this year, and she does it regularly.
To provide toys, foods, and a festive experience. Local families arrived early and were lined up around the block this morning.
We're having a great time collaboration with Claressa Sheilds. We're having a great toy drive, food. We already have a line that's almost 100 yards long, and they're half an hour early.
More than 500 toys were available. They were laid out across the bursted gym, allowing each child to pick out one toy of their own.
We have bicycles, big toys. Just the kind of toys that you go in the store and you just, as an adult, want to grab. Well, it shows we still care. Well, it's a giving season, and we here bursting our giving.
Claressa Sheilds was on site all day, greeting families, helping kids choose toys, and taking pictures with Santa Claus.
We're here because Claressa Sheilds gave this a wonderful gift for kids today, and I have me and my grandbabies, my grandson, and man, it's amazing. It's so hard out here right now because people are out here working.
So you would really think like this is a positive situation. The kids seem to be having a good time. The community came out and rallied, child. Everybody come out when they know they're getting something free or whatever. So it looks like a really positive experience. Please like the video.
And they really can't get the things that they need for their kids.
For families, today wasn't just about gifts. It was a reminder that the community is not being forgotten.
It is so good for people to get something to blow up and come back and get to where they came from. It is a blessing. It's amazing. Trust me.
Reporting, Anthony Ryder, ABC 12 News.
So that is the toy drive that Claressa hosted. Well, she was the face of, basically. And during this toy drive, she said that a so-called ex-supporter or a fan came in and she had to throw her out, right? So here is Claressa talking about the situation. Please like the video. Shout out to Live Bites for this footage. Fair use.
This girl who had been trolling me for some time now. She used to be a fan, but all of a sudden she started trolling me when I got with the last dude I was with. I don't know if it's because she liked him or what, I have no idea. But she had been trolling me online and saying she gonna spit on me and all this other stuff like that. And, just making up posts and all this other stuff, talking about me all the time. And got to the point where I blocked the girl on every page she had because it was like anything happened with me, like she's making posts about it, she's important. So I got to the point, I'm like, you know what? I want to have her off my side. I don't want her to see nothing that's going on with me. So I blocked every page that I know that she had. And so then, I had my Christmas giveaway. And the girl came front of the line with her kids. And the bigger person in me, the godly in me was like, man, it's cool, you know what I'm saying? She here to get some little gifts and whatever. It's this girl who had been trolling me for some time now. She be here with her kids, but she's online saying I was broke, I'm ugly this, I'm ugly that, I can't dress. She gonna spit on me when she see me, all that stuff, right? And so when I got hit that she was there before the Christmas giveaway even started, I went, found her in the line, smiled at her and everything and said, leave. You already know what's going on. She was like, it's a Christmas giveaway. She had her kids with her. And I said, yes, you know what's going on. Like, I ain't even got to say much. Don't even make a big scene. Just go. And I feel like I smiled the whole way through, and she ended up, leaving her and her kids. And I told the kids, like, listen, I love y'all. I wish I could, do something for y'all, but I'm sorry. Like, if she would have had somebody else bring her kids, they would have got a gift. But I just had to, because baby, play on the internet, but don't think I'm gonna let you play in my face. Never that. So I put the girl out, y'all, be here with her kids. But she's online saying I was broke, I'm ugly this, I'm ugly that. Her and the kids, Lord have mercy. And I thought about it a little bit. I'm like, dang, I kind of felt bad because what if she really needed help? And then I done found out, y'all, this girl done got evicted from her house right before Thanksgiving. And now she's staying with a friend or whatever, because the shelter filled up. And I was like, dang, I kind of wanted to reach out to her and like, hey, did you get the kids any gifts? You know what I'm saying? And I just like, you know what? That's just karma, right? That's just karma because some people have no reason to come for me. And I keep telling folks, I am covered by the man upstairs. I am covered by Jesus Christ. It is not good for you to come messing with me, man. All I do is bust my butt for my family. I really have a close relationship with God. And I don't pray on the downfall of my enemies, but God knows. He said, let him get them. And the way that God can get them is way better than me. Her and the kids, Lord have mercy.
And I thought this was very, very cruel and heartless. There's nothing godlike about this. And for her to be out here putting out her personal business, saying like she got evicted and she's homeless. I just thought that was like very distasteful on Claressa's part. And you notice how she led with, oh, well, I was going to bless the kids, but nah. You're not gonna play in my face, because it's about ego for her. This is just nasty work, and especially coming from where Claressa claims she comes from. She said she was poor. She said she used to have to go to those toy drives, and the reason why she let the kids pick out their toys, because she would get a toy and she necessarily didn't want the toy, so she always wanted the kids to have a choice of what they wanted. Right. Why not just give the kids anyway? And so Nylah went and found this young lady that she's talking about. Her name is Ari. And come to find out, her son is the face of the Flint water crisis situation. As you all know, the water in Flint, I mean, I'm sure it's further than Flint at this point or whatever, but it's tainted. A lot of people have lost their lives. This situation has affected a lot of families. Please thumbs up the video, okay? They are still reaping the ramifications from that situation. It's disgusting. It all came down to the politics of it all, where the politics overrid the safety and the well-being of the community of Flint, Michigan. Okay, so here is Ari's son, very beautiful young man, or handsome, excuse me, let me not use the wrong terminology, child. Shout out to, what's this, M Live, probably stands for Michigan Live. This is the young man that was with Ari at the toy drive, okay? And you'll find out, like, Ari's daughter, she's a fan of Claressa Sheilds, all right? Let's get into a little bit of background on Ari's son, Sincere, the face of the Flint, Michigan water crisis. Fair use.
Well, what I remember from the water crisis is when I was a little kid, I remember when I ran to my mom's bedroom and I had these rashes on my face.
I'm trying to figure out what can I do for my baby, because he had these rashes from the face to the feet, and it was just like, where's this stuff coming from? The doctor that initially had told me, like, yo, you live in Flint, like, you live where that water is switched at, like, just try him taking a bath for 2 weeks and then not taking a bath for 2 weeks. And when we tried that, and it was like, yo, he cleared up. In my mind, I know this is what was causing this the whole time. I know it's something in that water that's doing a lot of harm to my son.
I actually never thought I was gonna be on Time Magazine. It was like cool for me to be on something so, say, international or something like that.
With Sincere Grace in the cover of that Time Magazine, I felt like people felt it then. I felt like people understood, like, okay, this is not just people talking, it's actually something happening here. 10 years now, like, this is still an ongoing problem, and that's really what I really been just like trying to like stress and preach the message, like, this problem, although y'all think y'all fixed it, it's way better than just fixing the pipes. It's gonna take some people in power to get up and really be like, okay, them kids in Flint need more than just a settlement. They need resources, they need teachers, they need somebody, they need specialists in here. Like, they forgot that these kids are poisoned.
That's why we have so many bottles of water, because my mom said that she doesn't like the Flint water, so she uses bottled water.
It's really, really sad what the people of Flint, Michigan have to go through. And, you know, I thought about it last night. Like, I couldn't imagine, like, if I couldn't just use my water for showers, how much water do they have to go through, like, in a week, like, to bathe and everything like that? Because it's not only not safe to drink the water, you can't even shower. So this problem goes deep, like, because a lot of the homes still have that piping in it, and they need to be renovated. And you'll see, like, because of, look at the economic situation. And that's why, like, I feel like Claressa is very out of touch. She is wrapped up in the fame. She's wrapped up in the money, in the materialism of it all. Like, her narcissism is screaming out of her pores. And I don't care what nobody say, this girl has low self-esteem. She wouldn't have to brag and flaunt as much as she does if her confidence and her self-esteem was at an all-time high. She needs way too much validation. And I think, quite frankly, after I watched this interview, that she's very manipulative and calculated. And it's just really, really sad. But shout out to Ari. And if you guys want to follow Ari, here is her Instagram profile. She's a very beautiful girl. She still does activism work to this day. So it's Pretty Raksari, okay? Profile is dope. And then as I'm looking, I'm like, I could see the jealousy, because she got a nice plumpy behind, okay? You know, Claressa love to brag on her booty, all right? But she has a great profile. Shout out to her. Go over to her and follow her, all right? So let's get into the interview. Shout out to Nylah Says. The link is at the top of the chat. I pinned it. It's very interesting. Very, very interesting. Hold on. Here we go.
Well, girl, you have not aged 10 years. I can tell you that. I can definitely tell you that. So thanks again for joining. And I'm sorry because of the circumstances, because I know this is not something that's easy for you, right?
Yeah.
But to catch up, because we talked a little bit earlier, but I didn't want to like grill you in that moment because I wanted it to be fresh. So that everybody understands what's happening. Can you tell us a little bit more about who you are, and your connection to Flint, how long you were there, and how you know Claressa and all of that stuff?
Looking for an easier way to get that LLC next to your business name? Say hello to
I did, like the article said, moved away for about a year and a half just to try to figure things out going through the crisis. My son was on the cover of the water crisis for what had happened to him. And, it was heartbreaking. So many families had died. Just, that water crisis situation itself is just a touchy subject, especially with my son being facing us, opening our whole life up to the world. We've literally traveled and had any news station that you can think of, from Canada to Texas, in our homes, and open up our world to people so that they can understand the struggle that we were going through here in Flint. And then my relationship with Claressa, to get to that, it's just more majority, just we all grew up in the same city. We all came up at Field House. A lot of us still move around the same city. We all live here. Flint is not a big city; it's a real small city. Although it may seem big and people compare us to Detroit, we still small. Word of mouth is how things get around here. That's how small it is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, oh my goodness. So now we're here. You also have been doing some activism surrounding the water. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah. So I was originally with an organization called Color Change. We helped to elect the new mayor here in Flint. We also helped to elect Governor Whitmore, the Lieutenant Governor Dana Ness. So we, just using Black people and the stuff that was happening in Flint to open up the eyes to let people know, like, what happened here can happen in your hometown. It can happen in a city near you just by y'all not getting up to vote. And that's kind of like what happened with Flint. Us not being educated on the voting system. Us not being educated on how this affects our everyday life. And I felt like it was my need, and I ain't gonna say my calling, but I felt like it was necessary for me in that moment to use my voice and to use who I was to try to resonate with other people like myself. I was a 25-year-old mama who didn't have no type of knowledge on voting, who didn't care about voting. So I felt like it was it was detrimental to what was happening in Flint for me to spread the word and keep going and keep going. And even to this day, like, I'm still an activist.
Okay, she's an activist in the community. She's like really, really boots on the ground activism. And I think this is dope that she continued to do this work after it affected her family. And she is so right. So because of people's lack of education on our politics on all levels, like, forget about the presidential election, it starts on the local level. And a lot of this, they could have probably like combated it before it happened, but because people weren't involved in the local politics and things like that, and voting or whatever, they were blindsided and basically poisoned. All right. So that's why it's important that you get out here and vote. We talk about that all the time on the channel.
Don't work on that scale. I'm more so into the schools now, and I'm trying to educate the school systems on what happened with our babies so that our kids don't get lost into the system, because that's eventually what's going to happen with our babies if we don't speak out for them. What happened with the lead crisis is going to just be a long-term effect, and it's going to hurt them in the long run.
And so I hear, because I don't know a whole lot about how it affects you guys still long term. Is Sincere completely, is he cool? Like, were any of your other kids affected? Like, what is it? What happens with that?
So when people ask, like, is it fixed? And you get the robot answer, yeah, it's not fixed. A lot of the problems are inside of our homes. It's no longer on the city side. A lot of our homes need to be gutted out from the inside and out, and a lot of us can't financially afford that. So we do still take precautions, like use the water, the filters, and use bottled water for cooking. Although they saying it's safe, it's not really safe, because I can tell you right now that the house I live in, this is the same water heater from 2018, and we were still going through the water crisis. So this water heater messed up, the pipes is messed up, it's still gonna be messed up. You know what I'm saying? Like I was trying to, it's a mental thing now. You know, I have a daughter who I feel like is suffering from the side effects of the lead poisoning, because it messes with the mind. And since he still deal with the rashes, because we know the water ain't safe because it's still harsh. So it's just a lot, like, you know what I'm saying? What's going on in Flint, it ain't gonna never be fixed until they moved everybody up out of here and redid all of these houses.
Yeah. So, wow, I'm so sorry to hear that. But I tell you what, I'm glad, like, you got a beautiful spirit, and I can hear the resilience in your voice. And I'm glad that you didn't give up and that you fought for your babies, essentially, and for yourself and for your community. That's a big deal. And speaking of activism, so let's get to, what landed us here. So I'll tell you what the internet heard, and then I want you to tell me what you heard, and then I want you to tell us what exactly happened. So from our perspective, Claressa said that
okay, so we went through this. I talked about what we did Claressa's part. Hold on. And I'm going to fast forward this because they had some technical difficulties. Here we go. And she had to go back and get her laptop. All right. Please like the video, Naughty Crew. Please like the video.
Hungry Root is here, and
I need y'all to like the video so that we can get in the algorithm. I mean, that's the free way to support the channel. And every time I come here, y'all make me beg you for likes. Okay. And support your independent content creators. Like, I take the time to do research to bring you information from my perspective and things like that. The least you could do is like, share, and if you really, really like my commentary, please, I invite you to subscribe. But I just need you to like the video to help me out to get in the algorithm. All right, so please, let's continue. So y'all got a little bit of background on Ari. Yes, the likes are free. The likes are free. The likes are free. Thank you, Cece. You're always, and Kim, thank y'all. Y'all always here to support me. So everybody in the bushes that's watching, please like the video. That's all I ask. Please get these likes up. I'm going to take a 30-second break. All right, please get the likes up. Hey, Bright Eyes. Who irritates you, Kim? Hold on. Here we go.
I was in the car, so I'm thinking maybe the Wi-Fi was kind of messing it up a little bit.
And honestly, StreamYard acts kind of stupid sometimes when people join from their phone. It does that. So it's not you. It's not you. It's the app. So let's go ahead and get into it again. Where were we? We were talking about basically. So did you actually see it live while it happened, or did someone call you?
The Claressa thing?
Yeah.
So I guess I'm guessing it got deleted. She deleted her initial video, and like it got like we got it secondhand from a blog, and that's how it got sent to me, was from a blog. And then like a lot of people was like, Ari, I think she's talking about you. I'm like, talking about me for what? Like I already said something about the toy drive. I already addressed it, said I was wrong. I shouldn't have came up there, blasity. They like, no, she on there, she going in on you. I'm like, what? I'm like, it's 5 days later. This happened on the 22nd. Like this is now the 27th or the 28th, and she made a video. So I was like lost onto the video until I actually seen the whole thing, and I was like, wow.
So what did she say?
So I initially, like, I was never going to go into the toy drive. Again, let me just clear this up. I am the face of what happens in Flint. My son is invited to everything. You know, his school has something to do with that. The friends of BB Nolan, who died, who was a big part of the Bursting Field House, they also invited us down there. And so although Claressa was the face of whatever happened down there, that also is a Bursting Field House, is a hub for everybody. So it was a lot of people there, whether they supported Claressa or they were just there from the other sponsors. So that's how we initially got there. We were invited up there. We were supposed to, my son was supposed to do a interview with one of our local news stations, and he was going to be there. They was going to do it or whatever. I'm not in the way of stopping him from doing what he's doing, because he's been doing this in the community, from Claressa's toy drives to Little Miss Flint toy drives to.
Okay, so as you can see, she was going to be there regardless, because her son is the face of the Flint, Michigan water crisis. Okay, so she's constantly getting invited to these community events. And that's when I started. Once she explained this portion, I said, aha. I really think is Claressa didn't want anything to outshine her celebrity being there, because she wanted to be the face of. And I really think she just picked on this girl to create a moment. This is just so sad. But you want to say you a woman of God, though. I'm so tired of these false prophets coming out here, playing in our face, using God, weaponizing God, and really just nasty people working for the devil.
Anybody's toy drive that knows Sincere, he gonna be there. That's why we were there.
Okay, so clearly your son, the invite was not. You didn't just see her posting online and say, "Hey, I'm showing up."
I don't follow her. I don't follow Claressa. I don't care to even be in the realm of what she got going on. Besides, she's from Flint and she a boxer, and I hope she wins. That's it. Other than that, I'm not here to. I care less about what she got going on in her life.
Okay, so the invite came from someone else. And this is, like you were saying, those of you that are just getting in, her son is the face of the Flint water crisis. He was featured in Time magazine about a decade ago. There have been lots of, more than a decade ago now, I believe, lots of write-ups and articles about him. And she is an activist actively right now for Flint water. And you have the political connections. You are in service to your community. So people are reaching out to you saying, hey, this is happening. So, take your son up here because, he's a known child in the community, right? So you go up there.
This is what it's all about, Nylah. Claressa is a very jealous person. She has been displaying that type of behavior all over the internet for the past, week and a half. Her jealousy, her envy, okay? That's sinful or whatever, because this situation could have really been turned around into a positive. Claressa could have partnered. She could have used her brand to partner to elevate this little boy, because his face is already known within the community. But no, what does she do instead? She tries to create a negative viral moment. I can't stand this.
From what I gathered, the way Claressa broke it down, and y'all in the chat can tell me if y'all think that y'all got the same kind of feel from this, but the vibe was poverty shaming to me. That's what I got from it. And so you decided to take your son. It was not up. You were not.
Absolutely, that was the vibe, Nylah. That was absolutely the vibe. We heard her say she's homeless and this and that. Like, Claressa, don't forget where you came from, darling. Don't forget where you came from. Humble beginnings. And see, people get celebrity and they forget, because you only one bad decision away for being right back in Flint, Michigan, living in poverty. If you continue to spend the way you do, if you continue to make decisions with your relationships around you the way you do, you could be right back there. She needs to be humbled. She definitely needs to be humbled.
Interested in putting hands and feet on her. You were not going there on no
wasn't none of that. It was a kid event, and I was strictly going. I also have a daughter who looks up to Claressa. Again, Claressa was a rapper, and these little girls in Flint, they like Claressa. I am not here to tell my daughter, don't you like her because she's that's not me. This little girl sees a whole other version of you. I only see what you put on the internet and don't agree with. But she sees a whole different version of you. So again, another reason why we were there, because my daughter supports you. She liked you. She wanted to meet you. So with her brother being who he was, it goes hand in hand. I could just go with my brother and I could meet this girl, and they can do their thing. I didn't want to go in there. I did not want to go in there. The lady told us that they needed a parent. I had them up there by themselves with my friend and her kids and my auntie and her daughter and her niece. And then when the lady got to my kids, she said they needed a parent. My friend said, well, you got to come up here because she said they need a parent. Okay, cool. I'll come in there and I'll sign them in. The lady said, okay, well, after we sign everybody in, then the kids gonna go this way, the parents gonna go that way. That's how I thought it was gonna be.
We have got to the point where literally anybody can build a fully working app without knowing how to code. This is based.
Please like the video. Please like the video. We are getting into Ari. This is the woman that Claressa threw out of the toy drive. Her and her kids.
Decides, I guess, she walked in. She seen me 3 times. She walked in, walked right past us, like she told everybody we was at the front of the line. We were there early. It wasn't that many people there. So yeah, we were at the front of the line. She walked past us 3 times. She walked in and walked past us. She walked back out and walked past us. She walked back in again, looked in the crowd, walked back out again, and she came in here with her and Papoose and 20 other camera people and all of these other charades of people. And she walked up and she said, you gotta go. I said, okay. I felt this was coming. I said, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna leave because I don't want to mess up what you got going on. She kept going. I said, Claressa, you just walked past me 3 times. You could have told your security easily to tell me to leave. You went back in there to go get your man and your camera crew to come out here and publicly embarrass me. You got it. I'm gonna just go. So when she kept on, like I said, with the cameras and I was trying to walk out, I said, I should slap the shit out of you on camera since you want to go get these cameras and you could have easily asked me to go. That's how that came about. I feel like there was ways that you could have done that for it to not even got to this far. You wanted a show, so I'm gonna give you a show. Never did I once say I would spit on her. Never did I once say I came up there to do anything to her. None of that was never the case. When you went and got those cameras and did what you did, I knew that's what you wanted. Again, I left out peacefully. Then after I said what I said, I turned around and still walked on out. I got in my car and was on Facebook Live. And I seen my daughter and my son coming outside and I was on live when it happened. And I said, damn, she put my kids out too. I said, damn, y'all.
Oh, so your kids were still in there and she just told them to get out.
I said they need to drop the whole video. She posted a 3-second clip of her putting me out. No, drop the whole video because I was already out the door in my car and my kids came out the door.
So Claressa said out of her own mouth, her own words, she said, if somebody else brought the kids, I would have took care of them. Interesting. This is terrible.
Daughter came in the car crying. She was on Facebook Live crying. My son came in the car. I said, y'all, what are y'all crying for? She put us out. My friend came and said, she said, your kids had to go. So I took my kids and I left too. I said, damn, all of this over you did this at a kids event? I said, all right, y'all. I told my Facebook Live, I said, yeah, I take full accountability for put my kids in this situation, but she did not have to do that with no kids.
Okay, so what happened? Why is it up? Why did she feel threatened or like you shouldn't be at the event?
Again, y'all, I couldn't tell you an honest reason besides Claressa and her ex-boyfriend and what she said I was in his inbox or he was in my inbox. Maybe she went through his phone and seen a message. It was it, and it's just been that ever since. Like, it's no legitimate beef. She gets mad at people who she tell her, like, Claressa, you should be doing it this way. I'm not a hater because I'm telling you should be doing it that way. I'm just telling you that it don't look good for us. We got to still keep going to bat for you. She also told y'all I was a supporter of hers. I very much was. I was going to bat for Claressa for a lot of shit. But I also was one of the people who was like, damn, I'm tired of going to bat for you for doing stupid shit. Hey, let me just say it in a nice way and be like, hey, maybe she should word her words differently and, it'll come off differently. I'm not a hater for saying that. I'm just saying what I think is, I'm not a hater. I still support you. I just think you need to clean it up a little bit. So we ain't got.
Okay, and what I'm noticing is a pattern. She had the same behavior with Layla Ali. Layla Ali was a supporter of hers. She did promote her. She did give her advice and try to give her like kind of a mentorship. But Claressa cannot take constructive criticism. She's too hypersensitive to what everyone has to say. And it's because I think it's because she was bullied. And her automatic response is to go on defense about everything, even if things aren't directly directed at her. And I think what happened after the toy drive, Claressa thought about it and she came to this here internet to try to drive her narrative because she was unsure how the public would receive her doing that. And at the end of the day, she wronged them kids. You couldn't be mature enough to just let the kids have a good time. That's just nasty work. That's just nasty work. Happy Sunday, Be More Shorty.
I had a whole city of Flint looking crazy going to bat for you, and you still doing crazy stuff. That's just literally what it is.
Right. So she's essentially mad at you because there were some communications with you and her ex, but she's with the married man. Make it make sense. Okay. So you guys were both single though. Did y'all date or something? Did you and Tony date?
Never. I can send you the screenshot. We never said nothing besides, hey, stink. I guess he deleted the message. She deleted his message from him, whatever he said to me. And that was it. We never went chilled, never pulled up on him. I couldn't even tell you what kind of car the man drive. That's just how uninterested and invested I was in it. It was a simple hey and bye. And that was it. She took it and she ran with it. And I became an enemy of hers. And I didn't support her all because of that. And it's like, okay.
So then how did it, why did she, so you never threatened her or did you guys have an argument?
It was it took off from her saying that, like, you don't support me. You was in my man inbox. And I'm like, what? And then she went on and she called me Fiona from Shrek. And so I called her Dino Dan, and then that was it. Like, you look like a dinosaur. You call me Fiona. Okay, we're both ugly. Your point is what?
You're not ugly though. I don't think either one. I don't even think.
That's just it. She's threatened by pretty women, and you talking about a man. And people kill me about this. You talk about a man you're not even with. You so in love with Papoose. You got your new man next to you, and you worried about the ex and DMs. People DM each other all the time. It doesn't have to mean that it's something, someone trying to pursue you for a romantic endeavor or anything. But that's how emotionally stunted and immature Claressa is. She petty as fuck. She just as petty as 50. And I don't care what nobody say. She deserved that energy. She deserved that energy. And then people want to flip it and try to make it, 50's a man against a woman. First of all, 50 came at both of them. Papoose responded. And we're going to get into it later, right? Papoose, she said it out her own mouth because Claressa loves to overshare. Even with this situation, we did not need to know this situation, but she wants attention so bad. She needs to validate her ego so bad. She overshares with a lot of stuff that we don't even need to know. Instead of letting Pap, her man, handle the situation with 50, she had to keep chiming in. And then now she's trying to make herself a victim. I'm sorry. I'm not falling for the okie doke when it comes, because all these people play in our face, from her to Krishan Rock, even Blueface, and they all master manipulators. But you see this all the time. The way how could you misinterpret Layla Ali? And it gives me, Claressa does not know how to read the room. She automatically goes in the situation. Unless it's a microphone and lights, camera action in front of her face, she goes into every room in defense mode. She has no media training. She has no class or coof about herself. And you see the type of family she comes from, because after this interview, her sister went live with her buck-toothed, dirty foot, slut ass. And I'm going to touch on that briefly. It's disgusting.
She's ugly.
Into what she said. Like, okay, well, you call me ugly, I call you ugly. Okay, and what? And I moved on with my life. Like, I don't even troll you no more. I don't even care because you got some.
And that's my thing. She don't want nobody talking about her looks, but she could talk about everybody's looks. She has to put other people down in order to make herself feel good. That's how I know your self-esteem is low. It's in the basement.
So much, you make yourself look crazy. No, I'm not finna. I don't have to troll you. I don't have to reshare what the Shade Room share, because I guess that's what makes me a troll. Because I reshare what you guys put out there, and I just share it and be like, look at this. Or I share it and be like, man, she look a fool. I'm a troll because of that.
So when you walked in, because I'm trying to visualize, you walked in, you said that Claressa passed you with Papoose two or three times.
2 or 3 times, literally. They walked past.
But she saw you. She saw you when did she acknowledge you or just look at you?
She just walked past. I literally told my friend when I seen her walk past the second time, I said, oh, well, I guess it's, you know what I'm saying? We don't really got no problems, because I mean, she ain't say nothing to me to leave. She didn't tell me to go until she came back with the
Papoose. Why ain't you get your girl? Why didn't you get your girl? You thought I the whole time I'm in Nyla's chat, like, please ask her, please ask her. I wish I could ask her. Like, how was Papoose behaving when this was going down? Because this is supposed to be about the kids, and Claressa made it about herself, her feelings. Papoose, how'd you feel as her man, her coming at another woman for another man? I tell you, I think Papoose, and this is my opinion, I think Papoose didn't care. Because in his head, that's not his girl. Because he got a wife. Thumbs up this video.
Crew and the cameras, and it was like, where was the smoke at? I know we had no smoke. You walked past me 3 times. You could have told me the first time you seen me. You know who I am, clearly. You could have told me the first time you seen me, like, hey, what you doing here? You gotta go. But no, you wanted to show, you wanted to do what you did. And
this is the quickest way to go from AI beginner to AI fluent in 2026. Watch this.
We here right now.
Okay. And there's never been any of that going on. There's nothing crazy and all this kind of stuff.
I see Claressa in the clubs, and she on one side of the club, and I'm on the other side. I ain't never tried to fight her in the club. I ain't never came and tried to
So y'all
antagonize
been
her.
in the same room.
This is what I'm saying. This ain't for her to go to the level that she did with the trying to publicly humiliate me and my kids was like, why? I see you around. Like, if you really want, if we really had this type of beef that I thought it was really that, I guess I would have been on that, but I don't get that from you. I don't know.
Huh. So what, I think that you said that your kids are experiencing backlash from this?
My daughter, so she's 11, and she was there, and a lot of her friends from her school, because they all go to the school, which is right down the street from where Burston Field House is. You know, a lot of them seen that, and like a lot of the kids, like who was never in this situation, don't know nothing about, you know, a beef with your mama beefing with Claressa Sheilds. Oh, your mom, they said that your mama gonna get beat up by Claressa Sheilds. Now you got my daughter who on the defense, like, mama, when I go back to school, they gonna be trying to fight me because they don't like her. Like, what? Why is you?
Now the kids are like, Claressa, you took an adult situation and involved the kids. You foul as fuck for that. You foul. That's nasty work. Yeah, like she always flaunting that booty around. Like, my booty big. No, it's not. I asked, you think her ass big? Like, her body is just like, yeah, nah, I ain't going to get into that. I'm not. I'm going to stoop down to her level. I'm just not even going to do it.
You even got to think about that, because my friends is telling me that you beefing with Claressa Sheilds and I don't want to go to school. Like, this is kids. Like, they should have even never been drugged into that. Like, I didn't think that this would have spilled over into some kids. Now, grown people, yeah, maybe me and you would have had words, but like, for you to do my babies like that, or even, like I said, not even my babies, because that could have been anybody's kids.
Right.
It just so happened to be me and my kids. But you, and then like to make it like we was just out there homeless and like got evicted from our house. And it's like, well, and you did all of that to us in that circumstances, like, that's kind of foul.
Yeah, now that's what I didn't understand, and that's an attribute of her that I do not understand, because, you know, I've never been to Flint, right? But the general consensus, and I'm not trying to be offensive when I say this, but the general consensus, because there's no shame in being poor. It's that's not a personality defect if someone is poor, right? I abhor poverty shaming. I cannot stand it. But to hear her try and poverty shame you, and I've seen her call other people broke and stuff like that. And girl, it don't even look like you can afford a press and curl 5 years ago. So I'm like, did she not grow up in the same poverty that she was trying to accuse you of being in?
The same poverty, accusing me of like being in a shelter, the same shelters you probably had to grow up in, like the same struggle that you put my kids in your public community. Like, it's stuff that you went through. This is stuff that you had to go through as a child, that you talked about, that you said that you didn't want to never have to go back, and you don't want your family to go back, but yet and still you got on this Beyonce's internet and you did the same things that you, and then put God in the sense of it. Oh, God said to do that. God ain't tell you that. God would never put you in that situation to make you do something like that.
Mm-hmm. So someone asked a question, and you don't have to answer this because I feel like it's rude, because I don't think that your personal life has anything to do with it. But and I think you just mentioned this. Claressa said that you guys were evicted and you guys were in a shelter. Is any of that true, or do you want to answer that? Because you don't have to.
No, we were not evicted before Thanksgiving. You know, we are not homeless. My kids are very much okay. I hate that she painted that narrative, because like I had to tell people a lot. That could have caused me to lose my kids. People playing with evictions and saying that me and my kids is homeless. You don't know who could call down to the welfare department and tell these people that she homeless and she ain't got nowhere to lay her kids' head, because Claressa just.
So Claressa, to feed her ego, she put kids in a very volatile situation. CPS could have been called on her. Her kids could have got taken away temporarily, because we know CPS out in the in Michigan, they ain't worth a dime. Okay, all right. The Naziah Harris case. She could have ultimately put her kids in a worse situation. They could have been ripped from their home. Anything could have happened. Anything could have happened. This is just as bad. Claressa basically weaponized her platform against this woman. She used her platform over some petty beef. And you mad? She deserved to get dragged by 50 if you ask me. She deserved every bit of it. She's not a good person to put these kids in a situation. The whole thing just disgusts me. Thumbs up the video, please.
To say to this, like, so for her to do that is like, but she ain't no mother with kids. She'll never understand how that feels, because you don't have a kid. You don't have a to protect. You don't have nobody else to protect. You barely protect your own reputation. So I can't expect for somebody like her to be in my shoes and to understand where I'm coming from in today. defending my kids and our reputation and my name and their credibility because of somebody who clearly got a problem with me over a man.
Clearly. A man that she's not even with. So did you run into her growing up? Like, what is the vibe around her? Like, what is the general consensus?
I am 35 years old. Claressa is barely 30. We didn't go to school together. I went to Flint Northern.
Claressa is very male identified, just like Nicki Minaj. Okay? She is the type of woman, she doesn't even realize she is repeating the same pattern and traumas that her mom inflicted on her when she was violated by her mom's boyfriend, and her mom didn't believe her and sent her away. She chose the man over her. And so this is why Claressa cannot see what she's doing is wrong with Papoose. Okay? She has the attitude of, once you my man forever type of situation. She's very male identified. She leads with her cootie cat. She think if she throw that cooch around, she the ish. And how dare you get in her man's inbox that she's no longer with? You said they kind of favor.
She went to Flint Northwestern. Even if we walked in the same Burston Fieldhouse gym, I was 5 years older than you. I would have never boxed around you because you would have been younger and littler than us. So right. I grew up in the same city, and
I don't think they favor each other. I think her spirit makes her a lot more attractive, we should say. Okay, that I don't think they look alike at all. This woman looks clean, put together, and she got her natural hair out. I think she's gorgeous. See, a person's attitude and spirit has a lot to do with their looks. It's not necessarily what's on the outside. Sometimes people have an eccentric look about themselves and they have a beautiful spirit, and that's what makes them attractive. I hope that makes sense. It's not all about the aesthetics all the time, you know, what you see on the outside. Sometimes it's a person's personality and spirit that makes them beautiful and attractive.
Been in Burston Fieldhouse together and may have trained under the same people, but me and Claressa, I don't know you. You only know me through being a water girl if you know me for that. You don't know me for real, and I don't know you for real. I know you like you know me on the internet.
I would say it's like having another producer in the room that knows exactly what your song needs. This is
Gotcha. So in essence, here's what happens, because I don't know if it's her fans in the chat or whatever, but clearly there's some struggle brains going around here. Your son, again, the face of the Flint water crisis, you're a known activist in Flint politically and for the water and all this kind of stuff. Your son was invited. Your daughter is a fan, and they were told to go in there. You waited outside. Then they told you that they had to come in with a parent. So you went in. Claressa passes you with Papoose several times. Everything seems to be fine. And then she goes and gets a camera crew as well as security and puts cameras in your face and basically made a big scene to kind of embarrass you and tell you you have to go. So you're thinking, okay, well, she's not going to do this to the kids, especially because, you know, your daughter is a fan of hers. You know, like, you know, most girls, I'm sure young girls from Flint are. And so you exit, and then she kicks the kids out. Yep. That's what happened. Okay. That's exactly what happened. Okay. And then she goes live to essentially embarrass you and lied on you, slandered you, poverty shamed you. And so you've had to deal with backlash from that. I'm sure, like, people.
And see, this is why I think she jumped on Beyonce's internet, Claressa, because she knows she was dead wrong for throwing those children out of the toy drive. Mama was in the car. She left peacefully. Well, she had a couple of words, but I would have I don't think she had words until she threw her kids out. I think any mother will go to bat for their children in a situation like that. And Claressa's coming off like a big old bully at this point. Let me tell you something. Claressa knows her hands are registered as weapons. She cannot be out here just having random fights, but yet she's calling random people out to fight. And it's just like, why aren't you calling active boxers out to fight? Why are you picking on the very people that lifted you up and elevated you in the community so that you could catapult and go well? She's basically shitting on what Flint's legacy is all about. People, please get these likes up. Yeah, this is just terrible. I'm so upset this happened to this young lady.
Because she does have minions.
She has a lot of minions.
Mm-hmm.
Her sister just went live earlier and told me I got 3 days before she get here and she coming to beat my ass. So
Clarissa's sister said that?
This is what her sister said on Facebook Live earlier. She went live for about an hour and a half ranting, and so I guess they know me by my Facebook name, which is Pretty Rex. And so she's like, yeah, Pretty Rex, when I get to Flint, I'm beating your ass with my sister. You look at one at the toy drive, I would have beat your ass at the toy drive. Oh, excuse my language. I would have beat you at the toy drive. So yeah, essentially, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying I'm walking around my city in fear, but like
yeah, like what's with all the threats? What's with all the threats, Claressa? Because you and your family, y'all ghetto and ratchet. They gonna mess around. Your sister, you barking up lawsuit lane, honey. This woman has a case to get a restraining order already based on your ratchet ass family going live, calling themselves defending you. If your family cared anything about your legacy and anything you built, they wouldn't do anything to jeopardize your brand. But y'all don't know no better because y'all ain't got no home training. Y'all been running around loose heathens, Jezebelin all throughout Michigan. Child, this is just sad.
Like you said, I got these Claressa minions who all of a sudden want to beat on me because I got put out their friend toy drive. Like that still don't even make y'all want to fight me because I got put out her toy drive. I didn't ask her to go live and tell the world that I was poor and I was in a shelter and I just got evicted from my house. I didn't ask her to do none of that. I didn't even ask her to speak on it. I left it alone. I deleted the Facebook Live and moved on about my day.
Okay, so here's the thing. Like, that's literally bullying, and that's wrong. She really does need somebody to come in. Number one, she needs finishing school because of like literally not having any decorum, no social awareness, no, you know what I'm saying? Like, she needs finishing school, right? But she also needs to learn how to move like.
What if you can create your own website by saying, this is what I want? With Wix, you can.
Something to lose. If I were you, because of the size of her fan base, I would take all threats seriously.
I do.
Okay. I don't put none past not one hood booger. Honey, you threatening me, I'm taking it for real. Okay. But the problem is, they know who you are.
And I don't know them.
And you don't know who they are. So I hope you are taking steps.
That's great advice that Nylah is giving Ari. And only thing you could do is protect your neck at this point. I feel bad for her children and getting the backlash that they're getting. Like, Claressa, you really need to humble yourself at this point. Please go over to Nylah Says if you want to see the full interview. But Ari is a great soul, and I think Claressa is just really, really, really jealous of this woman. You want to make it about the man, but girl, Ari she's fly, and that's what you mad about. She's fly. She got a nice ass. She look clean. Her leave outs is on fleek. Look at this. She got body, natural. You know how she be bragging all the time? Yeah, Ari, go ahead, get it, girl. She's beautiful. She looks nothing like Claressa, guys. I'm sorry. And why? If you so happy with your man Pat, girl. Look, naturally beautiful. Isn't that what Claressa always brag about? Naturally beautiful. This is what she mad about. And I think Claressa puts herself in competition with women all the time, especially Pretty Women. You see what she said about Layla Ali. And it's not like Ari is even dating him currently. Like, girl, get your life. Windmilling for a man that ain't even thinking about you. So, to catch you all up, because she is unhinged, and she's throwing all types of shots and subliminals at like 50 Cent and things like that. And people are still dragging her for filth on the internet. And I hope they continue to. And I just want to put a disclaimer out here, you guys. When it comes to the whole soap opera with Papoose, Remy Ma, they both messy as fuck, okay? Because they could have just told the world that they were separated and boom. Then we see them dating around. All right, they separated. No. What they do is they drag other people into their mess. It's wrong on all sides. Easy to block. I don't know why you are so quiet right now. But Claressa kind of need to take a page out your book, because the reason why Claressa is getting dragged, because she's constantly on the internet trying to prove her life, trying to convince us she's rich, trying to convince us she's happy. And if she would just take her ass off the internet, and I mean, it's just like, girl, don't you have a fight coming up? Shouldn't you be promoting that instead of this mess? She definitely is insecure, and she has low self-esteem. She does not stand in her worth. She does not even know her worth, because if she did, she wouldn't even attach herself to a married man, Papoose, with no career. She's young. She could find someone that's more evenly yoked with her. But she's so stigmatized by Papoose, she can't even see what's going on in her face. And the fact that he's managing her and he got his portion and he's online buying his wife fur coats from Daniel's letter. Ciao. So people are still dragging her for filth. They're dragging Remy too, okay? Because we all know Remy has her freaking moments, all right? She knows how to clean up when it's time or whatever. So we're gonna get into that. Please like the video. Hey, Corey. We're gonna get into that. But Claressa, as you all know, 50 came out trolling $50 Cent, trolled Papoose and Claressa. Papoose clapped back and's been clapping back. But Claressa has been chiming in, saying things like, that's why these rappers need their ass beat. Okay? All right, that was the first threat. All right, then Papoose kept going in. It was an epic fail because you were accusing 50 of the same things that you're accused of. Okay, do we have proof about all of this? No, but Papoose responded by posting an interview that 50 Cent's first baby mama did, and she was talking about all type of allegations of abuse, and I pointed out, that's the same baby mama that was getting $40,000 a month in child support, got greedy and went to the courts to get an increase, and the judge ended up decreasing her child support to $6,700. Okay, so bitter baby mama vibes. That's the motive why she would lie. And her son is grown now, so she no longer gets child support. Child, this is the gift that keeps on giving. Okay, so Claressa continues to slam 50 Cent. What I want you to notice, and this is what tells me she's a narcissist. Now she's trying to make herself a victim. classic, okay? Shout out to Hollywood Unlocked for this footage. Claressa Sheilds continue to slam 50 Cent, admit his feud with Papoose, okay? She could have took herself out of it and let the men handle this situation. No! She always got to chime in because she is thirsty for attention. You wanted to be the algorithm? You got it, sis. You got it. Let's get it on. Let's get into it. Because I'm just really, really like perplexed about this whole situation. Because I'm like, Claressa, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? And I just want to put out there to my naughty crew as a disclaimer, I don't hate her. I really hope the girl can turn it around and win. Because she has so much she worked so hard for. And to throw it away over some broke peen, I just think that is simple-minded. And for her to be a 30-year-old woman doing these things, like with Krishan, Rock Tart, at least she was in her early 20s making these mistakes. Okay, this girl is on her way to womanhood. And she's still getting digmatized by emotionally broken men, child. Okay, look, let me just bring your attention to the hairline. Mm-hmm. All right, so Claressa took to Twitter. She said, not gonna lie, 2026 started off weird. Like, let's be honest. Is it the retrograde or something? Then she also say MFers ain't never been the best in their field, no matter what era of their career. So 50, shut the fuck up for real. Girl, that is the furthest thing from the truth. 50 is winning. He is at the pinnacle of his career. He elevated through the years, like to the point, like he don't even got a tour if he don't want to, because he has so much going on in television. And this is what I mean about Claressa, how she cannot read the room. 50 has a lot of connections in television. He now has a connection with Netflix or whatever. And a lot of the boxing events are showing on Netflix now. Claressa, he could shut that door for you. Actually, he could buy up the tickets to your fight and no one will show up. Ask Ja Rule. You playing a dangerous game messing with 50 because y'all know 50 is petty as fuck, okay? So then she goes on. She's got more, Naughty Crew, because it's never enough. It's never enough with this chick. She said, I wake up New Year's Day and 50 got a post with my face and Papoose face on it. And I've never done or said nothing bad about him. So I'm all confused. Like, what the heck? No, what the heck? You're parading Remy's husband around. What the heck? Maybe he's seen some of your nasty work on these internet streets and he wanted to speak up. I mean, you are a trending topic. You are algorithm. 50 could speak on anything public that he wants. We all can speak publicly on whatever we want if it's out there. You cannot control that narrative. And you're supposed to be so tough. World champion, 2-time gold medal, grow a thicker skin at this point. So everyone knows how I get on this internet. I'll troll an MF too. But Pap said, let him handle it. Listen to your man, girl. So I'm staying focused on my training because I make millions to fight. Girl, get off these internet streets. Don't get on here unless you're promoting your fight. Leave Papoose name out of your mouth because every time you mention him, Remy Ma is going to go viral too. You idiot. Because you're forever attached. You're a throuple. But did she listen to her man? No. She continues on. But I still had questions. Why does nut-ass MF 50 come bothering me? And the answer is the algorithm. It said that's right, because he's going to promote his brands. It's sad to say that I've been viral for 40 days and 40 nights by just being me. And people have started making fake AI video pictures and narratives. This is her insecurity coming out, Naughty Crew. Because in her mind, she really feels ugly. And Claressa, this is the internet. This is the game. Grow a pair. Thicker skin. Then she goes on to say, because you know she always gotta inflate her ego. ESPN magazine, Naked Body issue 2016, viral somehow. Okay, all right. She's taking a page out of Nikki's book. She's got to put all her accolades out there. Then I go shopping for myself at LV and spent $30K. Now I posted my receipt just to show how much I spent. That's how small your mind is, girl. Grow up. Was going to do a full unboxing of things I bought. You did. You said Papoose bought you them gifts. We saw the unboxing. This is what I mean by her oversharing. You're talking in circles at this point. Oh, we got more Naughty Crew, child, and it's more. Now he's regurgitating lies. I literally have my receipts posted there. Is no LV luggage or duffel bag on there. That's a lie. That sound good because y'all MFers are obsessed with my life. We not obsessed with me and Pap. It's weird. No, we like to see the crash out. Yeah, it's a circus. It's a soap opera. Of course we're gonna follow. We want to see what the end results are. Is Pap going to go back to his wife? Are you going to get humbled? We want to see, girl. It's not that we obsessed. The internet loves a good crash out, okay? She said, I'll end on this note. 50 need therapy. What? So do you. He go around mad at the world. He's not mad. He's always smiling. Or anybody successful because he got his heart broke. It happens. Get the fuck over it, child. Claressa. This is not the furthest thing for the truth. Like, ugh. All right, and this is when she said these rappers don't get their ass beat enough. That's the problem, girl. You always resort to violence because when your back is against the wall, you ready to beat the world up, child.
Least income making person that I've ever been with, ever.
All right, then 50 posted this, child. They went in. I think 50 won. Who y'all think won this internet beef on Beyonce's internet? Okay, and of course 50 is tagging his cognac, baby. Tagging his cognac and attach Dave Chappelle to the situation.
Faster than somebody with nowhere to stay. The fuck?
Right? Pap has incentive to be in love with you, child. He has incentive. And then Papoose proceeded to post 50 in all type of feminine situations, which, what are you insinuating here? That 50 he acts gay because he be trolling? See, when people backs against the wall, these men in the industry, the first thing they want to do is call you gay. Why y'all weaponizing the gay community? But 51, look what Pat posted. Ha ha ha. That looked like one of his joints. All his hoes handsome. They tougher than him. Period. Period. And guess what? The way you saying that 50 attached himself to you because of the algorithm, what do you think Papoose is doing with 50, Claressa? He needs his album to sell. Bars on Wheels. And every time Pat posts, guess what he have? Hashtag bars on Will, hashtag Papoose. That's the game, chick. Get over it. Get over it. So, Naughty Crew, as you can see, she's unhinged. I'm sure she'll crash out a little for us today. Yes. I think the daddy ended up in jail. I saw another content creator post up about her father. Let me see. If I could find it. My history. I was watching it last night. But she's kind of running from her. I think if she had her way, she'll completely separate herself from her family. I think she's embarrassed by her family. I can't find it now. I'll put it in the description box if I can find it, or we'll go over that another day. All right, so on the tail end of Ari's interview, Claressa Sheilds' sister is crashing out. She's like drunk online, calling out Ari, making threats. It's just really, really, it's not a good look, child. It's not a good look. So we about to get into that. Please thumbs up the video. Please thumbs up the video. But of course, after the interview, people started trolling Claressa, and Mr. Skinny's one of them, because remember, she was in his DMs calling him a ninja and a FAG and stuff like that. And so he's going to keep trolling her, and I don't blame her.
Hey, T-Rex, come on, short hair, don't care. Why you was around here telling everybody, you know what I'm saying, that was really your hair, man? That ain't your hair, man. This here is your hair. You act like people can't just pull up your pictures on the internet, man. Why is you always rocking these here filters? You don't want people to see your permanent black eyes? Like, this here is crazy, bro. You just lie about anything, bro. Like, you are not comfortable in your own skin. I see that, man. But, hey, it is what it is, man. Like, yo, men in this generation ain't hating on you. Then you just go on Shannon Sharp and say the men don't hate on you, it's the women. Like, come on, man. You gotta goddamn keep it real with somebody, partner. Yo, Pap, this your nigga? Hey, yo, Claressa, you stupid.
She looks like a clown out here in these streets, and I don't really see Pap like defending her directly. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Y'all feel like Pap has been defending her? I think he been attacking 50 more than anything.
Claressa swear somebody said. Claressa, nobody said that shit. Like, I can't keep defending you in the comments, girl. I be trying. Like, you gotta take, girl, can you give me 2 weeks? Just please. Like, well, first she was like, somebody said, are you and Pap still together? She was like, yeah, he upstairs right now. Mm-hmm. He upstairs right now. Who the fuck said that in the comments, Claressa? And then she gonna say, somebody said a wig. No, this is my real hair. My wigs be straight. Mind you, neighborhood talking in the shade room so messy, y'all. Why they had the picture of Claressa Sheilds' hair? I said, fuck, Claressa. You think, Claressa? She said, and then I have a band on because I sweated out my itch. I said, you motherfucker. Well, she said, somebody came to my house. I was ready to tear them up. I forgot Papoose had a key. Claressa, please, like, she's so happy to be in a relationship, y'all. But like, girl, I can't. It's okay. I love the relationship part, but like, girl, I can't keep defending you, boo. I can't. You gotta stop. Give me a break. Get you a PR manager for real. Claressa swear somebody said. Claressa, nobody said that shit. Like, I can't.
I think her ego is so overly inflated that she can't hear anyone but herself. She's a hard head. Hard head make it soft behind Naughty Crew. And God gonna take care of her, Naughty Crew. Just like he do all these other internet celebrities, okay? The crash and burn is real. And we may have to tolerate her for a little while. Maybe after the fight, she'll go away. But Clarissa's not the only bully, and I try to be fair over here. Do I think, look, to me, if Remy and Pap were serious about being apart, the divorce would have been finalized by now. And that's why I think this is a game on both of their parts. And they don't care who they hurt in the process as long as they end up with the bag in the end. Like, I saw a video of Remy saying behind all that rap battle stuff, she was in debt, $400,000. And then now, what, a year and a half later, 2 years, she's owning a network. Where did the money come from? Who are the investors? Did y'all ever even think about that? Child. But Remy was a bully out here too in these streets, okay?
Always have been a bully. So
second, let me start her.
So Remy was a bully. Always have been a bully. So a lot of girls were afraid of her. So when she told them to do things or say this or flirt with their man, like, she was very aggressive. She has aggressive nature. And she tried to do that shit with me, and that's not gonna pop off. And then her girlfriend started hitting my girlfriends.
Oh, the Playboy models?
Yes, like beating them up. So I really started wailing on her, fucking her up. And then her girlfriend started hitting my girlfriend. It's on now, bitch. Yeah, so when she's walking in, I'm fighting. You remember Sunny from Hot 97? Now she's like a chef.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, she's like in a cooking show. She jumps me, and I'm fighting her now. I'm ripping her wig off. I'm in motion. We just started going at it. And I whip her. I rip her jewelry off. I start stomping her with my boots because I had high heel boots. I pray that she changes. It didn't look like she changed much, you know what I mean? The way she talks, you know, on the internet. She didn't learn much of her jail time. Still talking about shooting people. Still talking about anybody saying anything about her. Like, who says that as the grown-ups?
Remy's a little different, though. Remy is a gangster rapper.
Pulling out a gun is not gangster.
Okay. Now we can see why Claressa Papoose is attracted to Claressa. If you ask me, they all kind of one and the same, right? Yeah. Well, I told y'all, Clarissa's sister came to her defense, child. Brace yourself, because this is not a pretty sight I'm about to put on my screen. Thumbs up this video, share this live out. I'm not going to do the whole thing, but shout out to Celebrity Gossip News for capturing this footage of Claressa's sister crashing out on the internet streets, child. Okay, I had to speed it up because she's got music in the background to kind of drown out the music. I'm also going to put my music on here to kind of manipulate this a little bit so that I don't get any copyright strikes, because she has Claressa corny ass rap playing in the fucking background. All right, girl, you could be a fan of your sister. Sure.
Couldn't fucking wait, bitch. Couldn't fucking wait. It's green. Like my shirt, nigga. It's green. We don't go. What's up? What's up? Sticky ovens. You go to the rest of the first. And then you want to get the money back. You go to the rest of the Gucci bag and then you want to get the money back. So after this ass Nigeria, why the fuck she got these broke ass bitches in her motherfucking house? Ain't no motherfucking thing. Ain't no motherfucking thing. Come back to your friend, I'm taking the bag. I'm running with all them bitches. What's up? I'm running with them house. Ain't no one away. Ain't no one away. I'm either way. Let's talk about it, babe. You sold my sister a fake purse. And then you want to get the money back. Brokey! Broke ass bitch. You sold my sister a fake purse. And then you want to get the money back. You offer food stamps? Oh.
She offered Claressa some food stamps in the place of the goddamn purse. I guess Claressa buying food stamps.
I can get a big food stamp. Don't I, Ray? Food stamp? Stop it. Big stop. Ain't all that fucking. Let's really cut the teeth. You saw her face. You saw her. I will never do that to you, friend. What happened to that? What happened to that energy? What happened to that energy, friend? I'll never do that to you, friend. What happened to that? What happened with that? Let me call my nigga and see what's going on. You saw the rest of fake Gucci. If you to give her
Yes, honey. Yes, girl. They need to put her ass up.
the money back. Mind you, this is 2018, 2017.
Send her back to Haiti.
Do it. Don't ask bitch. This was 2017, 2018, babe. 8-9 years ago.
It was 8-9 years ago. She finna get on a flight, girl. In 2 days, she said she got some flight money. She get on the flight. She better have flight money for them 2 kids. She got there too. She better not leave them there by themselves. She going back 8-9 years ago. Girl. Claressa still got that bag.
You want to bring it up though? Why would Joseph sit on Nigeria couch? And you got it like that. Why would Joseph sit on Nigeria couch? In Nigeria house. Not paying no rent. Nigeria. I will catch the fame for you. Tell them bitches line it up. And I'm gonna be there in a couple days. What's up?
Sunflower.
What's up? What's really going on around this bitch? What's really up? What's really up? CC, where you at, man? You have something to say. You did some cornball shit. I knew it was some cornball shit. You probably didn't want to order some information. I knew it was some cornball shit. Bitch, you sold a motherfucker with money, a big purse. Claim that it was real. It was supposed to be real. And got the last look that she wanted her money back. Bitch, she never even broke it up. Here's extra. Here you go. You want to pocket? Let's pocket, bitch. Then, why is you someone in the supervision? And just look at another bitch for you. And don't speak on Muffin. Bitch. Don't speak on my knees. Do not speak on my knees, bitch. Don't speak on my knees, bitch. That's not my knees, bitch. Don't speak on her, bitch. Don't speak on her, bitch. Don't speak on my knees, hoe. You're dumb around this bitch. Nigeria, I'll get that bag for you. What's up with them hoes? What's up with these raggedy ass bitches? These raggedy ass, not shit ass bitches. Fuck. What the Chrstmas is over at Nigeria hoe? Been nice grandma from kids.
Look a mess.
You know what about? Ooh, that's touchy. That's real fucking touchy, bitch. Why else did come stay with you? Why else did come stay with you, bitch? Why else did come stay with you, bitch? Nigeria, I'll get that bag for you, babe. I don't even give a fuck about none of that. I'll get that bag for you, babe. I'll gladly get the bag for you, babe. What's up with these hoes? What they want? What they on? What's up? Look us up for real. Y'all bitches fuck. Y'all bitches weak. And y'all bitches don't got shit going on. Nothing.
Yeah, she just wasted.
Girl, you obviously don't got nothing going on with them teeth missing from your mouth, that ugly ass bonnet on your head. You don't have nothing going on. I just played this so y'all can see, because I can't let my naughty crew continue to get tainted by that negativity, like, because we positive lights over here. But that's just an example of where Claressa comes from. Let me tell y'all something. Everybody in this situation is trash, okay? Easy to block, Captain. Trash. Remy Ma, trash, okay? I used to like Remy. I still like Remy sometimes. You know what I'm saying? But, like, look where she come from. Look at her attitude. She's nasty. Just like Claressa. But her and Papoose was able to play Claressa and use her for the cloud. Remy got out here and was able to promote her network and drive traffic off of Claressa's back. Papoose, trash, okay? Like, this is a crab in the barrel situation. And it's going to be a whole lot of people hurt at the end of this. Hey, Freebie, hey. It's going to be a whole lot of people hurt at the end of this situation.
Congratulations, Pat.
You want to know what's funny about the whole?
That was Pap. Let me start it over, y'all. And this is what it's all about. Remy and Pap. Pap ain't had this much attention in I don't know how long. And Lord knows he going to get that album out by any means necessary. So Papoose and Claressa Sheilds pull up to the premiere of Papoose visual album. Girl, if she pull out one more fuzzy boot out that damn closet, I swear to God, I'm a drive to that training camp. and burn all that furry shit.
Congratulations, Pat.
You want to know what's funny about the whole Papoose situation? For the entire time he was going through that BS with Remy Ma, we all knew Pap didn't do anything wrong. All of you women knew Papoose didn't do anything wrong. But you won't.
No, we were led to believe that until his wife came out and told us what it was, and come to find out, Pap had been talking to Claressa. Pap had been cheating. Brace yourself, Naughty Crew. We about to get gaslit, child.
Wanted him to be wrong. That's why now that he's with Claressa, you're putting their relationship under extra scrutiny, nitpicking, trying to find any kind of way to make Papoose wrong.
No. Nope. We not. I disagree. We don't want to be in a group chat. They keep putting us in it. Playing in our face, lying. We ain't need to know all of this. They volunteer all of this situation, all of this information to us on Beyonce's internet, and we are just giving our commentary.
It ain't got nothing to do with the necklace he bought her. It ain't got nothing to do with nothing he's doing right now. You just wanted him to be wrong in the Remy situation. It's amazing how much y'all hate good Black men.
Congratulations, Pat.
You want to know what's funny about the whole Papoose situation?
You know, what's funny is you just down with the patriarchy. You want to protect that man at all costs instead of holding him accountable. At the end of the day, Claressa Sheilds is going to get humbled. She's going to have to take accountability for her role she played in interfering in this relationship. We all know she slid in Papoose DMs first. We all know she knew he was a married man. This is why you should never get involved with a married man or a man living with a woman. Those are like the two like alarm bells where you should run. Because you know it's always a possibility that he's going to get back with his partner, right? You don't know. It's unfinished business. But you got females like Claressa who thrive off of so-called stealing a man from another woman because she needs to feel like she's the prize and she can't get it organically on her own. So she has to go to another woman's pot to take. We know she was in Remy's DMs talking about, oh, I want you to be my stylist. I'm a fan. When the whole time you had sights on being with that woman's husband. Y'all could go play with y'all mama. I'm looking at the Fast 90 Crew, period. Period. This is going to end bad. A lot of people's feelings are going to be hurt. And quite frankly, Claressa, she needs to go sit down somewhere. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. Go train in peace, honey. But what you did to Ari, you will reap what you sow, honey. Remember that. That was not godlike. And I said it from the very beginning, on the crew. You could have gave the kids some toys. Like, stop with all the extra shit. But she weaponized her platform to try to tear another woman down. And for that, Claressa, I say fuck you. And Papoose, It's gonna break your goddamn heart, girl. And I'm gonna be here to report on it. Because you reap what you sow, Claressa. I don't want that for you, but you obviously want it for yourself. Well, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here and get my day started. I hope you all enjoyed the show. Shout out to Nylah says she did a great interview. And shout out to Ari and her son, the face of Michigan. I don't know. Does anybody need me to drop the link? Do you want to sound off about the situation? And get out of here. And I'm going to try to go live later because there's some other topics. This Venezuela stuff is exploding. People are stuck in the airports as a result of it. Yes, they big food boots. Let me get with the comments. I can't stand those boots either. But do y'all realize how much everything she picks out has fur on it? That's weird. She has like this weird obsession. Cece said, you and me both, Nadi. You could tell she's not used to anything. Them boots tell it all. Right. Yes, please. Y'all enjoy your day. I'll be back later because it's other topics going on outside of these two. But I just wanted to give y'all the full story behind her throwing out the so-called troll. She's an actual person. And I think Claressa was jealous of her. And she didn't want her son's situation to outshine her giving those kids toys away. But she turned it into a negative moment because she's a self-sabotager. All right. I hope you all have a peaceful day. Like, comment, share, subscribe, hype up this video. Until next time, Naughty Crew, I am out.